Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Indie Creator Hub podcast slash show, community, whatever you want to make it. It's yours, and it's ours, and together we can hopefully help each other out. I'm your humble host, Josh, and tonight we're going to be talking about what exactly is Gilded. Well, they get out straight out the bat, or however to say it, this saying is, wow, words are hard tonight. This is what happens when you try to do things live and record all at the same time. But anyways, what Gilded is a chat app, service, system, whatever you want to call it. If you've heard of Discord, which I know pretty much a lot of you, or probably 98% of you have heard about, or even Slack have heard about, it's pretty much the same thing. But what they have done is taken what the other apps or the other services have done and improved many things within it to basically make it that much better for your users, your community or your growing community to use and to better get together and do whatever it is you do on Gilded. So tonight we're actually going to be going through a couple things. We're going to look at what exactly is Gilded. What even is this thing? What are you talking about? It's something. We're also going to take a look at some use cases, some other things that are probably that you could use it for. Also, I've done some other videos. I'll put some cards up here or over there. Anyways, that you can check out those videos where I've basically gone through and said, oh, you can use Gilded to set up or run your roleplay community or set up a suggestion bot. So when your members come in, they can go to a certain section, type in a command, and then put in their suggestion, and your admin team can take care of it and go from there. So let's actually jump into what is Gilded. Well, as I mentioned, Gilded is pretty much very similar to how Discord is set up. I'm showing you here on the screen. It is my gaming side of things. It's the Two-Ton Waffle community. This is a server because when you first sign up, you can create your own server that is completely free. Pretty much everything that you can do within Gilded is free. There is no you can. We'll get into that later, but there are no subscriptions requiring you to purchase in order to use more emotes or to have larger file uploads or better voice chats or anything like that. It's all completely free, and it still is. I want to say it's still in beta because they're still working on a lot of things. A lot of things have been improved in the past year or so, that they listen to the community, and when the community says, hey, this is not working, or this particular thing is slow when we try going to large servers that have a large amount of members. We're talking like thousands of members, and when you go into it, or whenever one of the text channels, it takes a little bit, about 15 seconds, depending how your internet connection is, to fully load up and you'll be able to get into it. That's how it was before. They have actually increased their server capacity and made things a lot easier and better for your potential members of your potential community or your current community as it is right now, and any kind of future plans that you might be thinking about moving from Discord or starting fresh here on Gilded. So what we're looking at here is your overview of what your server is. You can have, it includes your latest announcements. You can include your games that you play. Then also other people can add in. So if you're more of a gaming community, you can look at things and say, oh, you play Overwatch, so do I. What do you usually main? Are you a tank, DPS, or a support? And then you can go from there. You can also put in your different blog announcements, And yes, on Gilded, you can turn your announcement postings into actual blogs that you can give the link to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. I don't know if Instagram might, well, any kind of other social media that you can, get the word out. And it turns it into a nice blog format that's easy to read with whatever that you've included into it. So this is basically what you see is when you first arrive into somebody's server. Or, when you create your server, you see this as well. Now, you can also set up many different things. We'll go through this pretty quickly because this is not exactly a deep dive into every feature because there is a lot. So we'll quickly tonight just go through a couple of them and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Now, the main thing that a lot of the Gilded has is chat channels. Or text channels, I should say. What that is just a place, just like it is in Discord and Slack, where you can go into, let's say general, and talk amongst your friends or anything like that, or your community or anything that you can think of. Now, this is the premise of a basic chat channel. Now, you can also, I have it set here as a support, is also here as well. Now, if you're someone that's coming in, let's say, like we had this person comes in, says, how can I do this? And then we can go through and try to work it out and see if we can get them running and get their problems taken care of. Now, you don't have to do this on your particular server. Each one that you create is completely up to you. It's your imagination. Run wild with it, really. That's basically it for text. You can't really go more in depth. It's a text channel. There's not much to it, like with anything else. It's displays and you can reply with text and pictures and stuff like that. What Gilded really does, or what Gilded shines with, is the media, the ways of how you can showcase your pictures and your videos. Let's say you want to link, like this video I have, or this one that you're watching, is here in the YouTube category, and it looks completely different than what you might expect from Discord. Because in Discord, all it is either voice or text. There's no really in between. Sure, you can make a media channel, but is it really a media channel? All it is a text channel dressed up as a media channel. Within Gilded here, your media, like I said, pictures or links from your YouTube channel or any YouTube channel, as long as you have that link, you can paste it into this media showcase that nicely gives a 4 by whatever grid. It's a infinite scrolling grid that shows you the thumbnail, a short summary of the actual description of the video if it has one, or of the picture. You can put in the metadata or anything like that, and it's just that much better. And you know what? It's completely free. You don't have to pay Gilded Nitro or whatever you think this might cost you on a per month basis. No, this is straight out of the box what you get. That when you first create when you create your server, you can create a media channel that helps your community post up. Let's take the roleplay community example. For example, let's say you set up a channel for inspired by, or characters inspired by whatever. You can set this up and say, my character is inspired by this person. You put a picture of that person, or they live in this particular land that looks like this, and you can easily show by looking at this what you're looking at. And then if you actually want to dive deep into this, let me go ahead. I don't have a picture, but I can easily, let me go ahead and add a picture here real quick. I know I should have done this a little bit a while ago. So what I'm doing is I hit the plus sign in the upper right to add a new item into this particular channel. And I'm going to go to graphics. Let's just go to cover art, any creator, and well, actually this, so it's a little bit easier. I'll go to two-tone waffle, and we'll do this one and upload. And you can give it a title. I'm just going to leave it untitled. A description, you don't need to. It's completely optional. You can also do the same thing for tags. It's completely optional. So we'll just go ahead and leave it as is. Hit done. Boom. It's right there in the list. So when someone is going through this and say, oh, and they click on it, it opens up an exploded view or a zoomed in view with the title, the description, and you and your members of your community can leave a comment on this one particular item. It's not just an infinite scroll of people you post up, you paste in a picture, and then that picture gets pushed further and further up until everyone forgets about it and they're wondering what they're talking about because the picture is way up there. Here, I can simply open up the picture and say, nice thumbnail. And then post it. And then boom, your comment has been posted on this one particular item. So if I go back into the media, it shows that there's one comment within that particular item. And it shows how many comments are on these all the time when you're looking at the main view. So that's a nice thing, that one of the nice things that Gilded has that is completely past the norm of what you would think a chat community gaming type of app or system is possible or is available to you. Because for years all we've had are chat channels, like I said earlier, dressed up as something else, like a pictures, and it's basically all it is a chat channel. You can paste in an image, talk about it, and then that image is lost forever. Oh, sure, you can look for it, you can do a search for it, but why do you do that when you can simply see the 4x infinite scroll here of whatever you want? And now, this is not, you can set one up for pictures. You can post up pets, a channel for people in your community, post up pets. It's completely up to you. It is, bar none, very customizable. Now, as an admin, I'd be like, oh, well, this picture is inappropriate. Easy thing. Delete it. Boom, it's done. And you can also ban the person that posted it. So you can also moderate your community very easily within Gilded. Now, I also want to take a look at another side of things, which is the documents. Now, I have in here this one document in this particular section. So this channel, again, is not a chat channel dressed up as documents. No. What this is an actual channel that is a documents folder, as it were. So you can go here, click on the plus sign to create a doc within the Gilded app itself. So I was going to name it test doc. And if I learn how to spell and words, wow, words go, wow, here. So I can set this up as a document within Gilded that people can refer to, share, and link to within Gilded or anywhere else. You can also set a tag system. So add tags. It's going to be test, Create a new tag, sure. And now you can set up anything like tutorials or how to do something with widget X or whatever it is that you can come to mind. And click on the three dots. You can delete it if you're messed something up or you say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And you can also have, what is this, a WYSIWYG, pretty much any kind of like a Word document is pretty much going to be the same thing. Oh, see, I'm having a problem with my mouse, but we're just going to leave that as is. So I hit publish. Okay, it is there and set and ready to go. There's my document. Cool. So I can also share it. I can share it within the community to any other channel. Or what I could do is copy the link and paste it on the social media to share with the rest of the world or the greater community within like Twitter or wherever that you're associated with. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. And again, Gilded developers were thinking here. You can leave comments on this one particular item. So, awesome job, dude. Wow. Don't look at this video if you think I can spell correctly. So post it. You can have people comment on your Word document. So this is what it looks like. So if you have a couple of them together, they're in a nice mosaic grid format. So it makes things a lot easier to find and look for instead of a long list or trying to search within a Discord server and you get, links to something else that does not apply or does not pertain to what you've been trying to look for. Here, everything is set up nice and easy that you can easily look through and find, no problem. So, same thing with the media. As an admin or a moderator, if you have the permissions, you can share it, copy it, or move it to another channel if this is not the right one, or delete it altogether. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And another thing here, again, like I said, this is not a deep dive. This is just a quick look into what is Gilded. What is it that we're looking at here? Gilded is like Discord, but better. It is completely free. You don't have to pay a monthly fee to get access to emotes or animated emotes or a large amount of emotes. You can also use emotes from all different servers that you're a part of, and you can have larger file format or larger file sizes when you do uploads, higher bit rate for voice chat. It's just the list that goes on and on when you think of what Gilded is and how it can better your community that you're looking to find a place for or move from Discord to Gilded. I have a video. Just click on the little tag in the top and I'll show you how to move your Discord server quickly and easily into Gilded. It's a 1-2 punch step, so it's really quick. Now, we're going to look at community calendar. In this, I know Discord has recently come out with their version of this called events. This is a little bit better where you can simply go into a calendar view, put in an event that you're set up for. Oh, and let me show you another great option here. It's a scheduler. Now, a lot of people probably don't know what I'm talking about here. Let me go ahead and create a scheduler. And let's go ahead and give it a name. Go ahead and test it. You can also make it if you want this particular channel public or not. It's completely up to you. I have another video for how to quickly get started with your Gilded. So let's go ahead and hit create. And here is a nice area that you can set up. Well, I'm available between these 2 hours and right there. And now other members of your community can see this easily and say, oh, I want to set something up on this date. So easy. Click on create event. Boom. Title, give the information, the details, and it's set and ready to go, and hit create. And then it shows up within the calendar for everyone to view. And, you can also set up an RSVP that, hey, if you want to come by and check things out or go to this event, it's open for everybody. RSVP, click a link and tell me if you're going or maybe or you're not. It's the options. Yes, the options can seem to be overwhelming at first, but there really isn't that high of a learning curve, really. There isn't. It's basically what you're doing is you're taking your knowledge. If you created a Discord server before, and you can apply that knowledge into creating your Gilded server, and you don't have to sit there and say, I don't know what to do. Myself and other creators on YouTube or within the Gilded server itself can easily guide you or show you tutorials on how to do certain things. There is a lot of stuff out there for Gilded that is waiting for you. All you have to do is sign up and create an account. Now, like I said, I keep mentioning this. This is not a deep dive into, how to create a server, how to admin, or how to do all this sorts of stuff here. This is just to say, what is Gilded and what can you do with it? One thing I mentioned is creating a roleplay community server. And there are a lot of people out there, or a lot of servers that can benefit from Gilded by, using or utilizing the media channels for posting up pictures or inspirations or OCs, original content or pictures or commissions or anything like that. You can also set up a document. This is the world lore that we're all going to be focusing on. If you have any comments, let me know. Especially if you're starting out with your roleplay world. And you can have people workshop and trying to get things all built up and ready to go for you and the rest of your fans or community to get started. You can also put in a section for character sheets. You can do that as well. You can also do support. Like I said, I have a video for setting up a support bot. So when someone comes in, says, how do I do this? By typing in what I have, an exclamation point support or help. I forget exactly how I had it set up, but it's an easy process in working with bot flows. Now, I do have to preface this and say that at this time of recording, Gilded does not have bots. They have what's called bot flows. It's very similar. It's very similar to if then this that. So you post up an action that one of your member does or something happens, and then this happens. It's a little confusing when you first get into it, but after one or two times you fooling around with it, it becomes second nature, and you start thinking, oh, if somebody does this, what can it do to do that? So it's just something where, you have to imagine more instead of something be given to you. Like, oh, here's a bot to do this. Oh, thanks. Now I can sit here dumbfounded, like, oh, well, the bot does it all. Instead of, actually working through it and, getting your hands dirty somewhat. Now, they are in a process of doing or releasing a public bot API. At the time of this, again, it is not known. It is sometime probably next year, 2022. Who knows exactly when? I don't know. But there are a lot of companies and a lot of bot makers that have signed up for the testing phase that are currently, behind closed doors. It's a closed API right now, so it's still being worked on. And So was it a couple months ago or during the summer, Roblox, the actual company Roblox, purchased or acquired Gilded. So Gilded now actually has the cash funds available to start expanding their development team, their marketing team, or anything else that they've been working on in behind the scenes that, probably is what, two to maybe 4 people developer wise we're working on. Now they can add some much more to that team to make things a lot better or push things out a lot sooner. Now, going through here is one thing that you can always look through and say, well, that's nice and all, but what is it going to give me? What does Gilded do for me? Well, if by going through this little primer of looking at what Gilded is hasn't convinced you, well, I'm not going to push people to a system or a service that they themselves probably are not understanding until they do more research, or they don't feel comfortable leaving, especially, let's just say, if you have an established community on Discord. And it is very hard to get a group, your community, to move from one platform to another when a lot of the people within that community probably have never heard of Gilded before. And that's what myself and a lot of other creators are doing by creating these videos and tutorial videos to help, get the word out. Say, hey, this is what Gilded is. This is what it's offering to you for free. Yes, for free to your community, that you can say, hey, this is what this platform is available. And it seems to be a good idea. What you could do is give your community an option. Say, hey, we're going to go ahead and test this out for the next couple months. We're going to create a server, start playing with it, see what you like, and see what your community feels like. Because look, a lot of people, especially in the Twitch culture and in the Discord culture as well, people love emotes, especially animated ones. These are free. I didn't need to pay $10 a month and to get access to animated emotes. Seriously. And it's they say it's an unlimited number of emotes that a server can publish. I think there is one server, I forget exactly which server it was. They claimed they had what was the number? Almost, I think it was an insane number. It was 500 or 1,000 emotes or 2,000. I forget exactly, but the moral of the story is that they have a butt ton of emotes and animated emotes as well. So you just gotta put your brain and say, okay, this is free on this platform. And profiles, you don't need to pay. You just click on your profile here, and it shows you can put in a banner. You can put all sorts of stuff. You can set it up in a way that is kind of like your own personal page that you can post, like your own Twitter feed, as it were, or anything like that. So the avenues of how Gilded can be used are in a lot of different ways. Up to you, really. It's your imagination. Run wild with it. You don't need to be using Gilded as only just a gaming server. No, you can use it for, again, I'm always using this example as a roleplay server or, something else. But at the end of the day, the service is there. It is free. It is up to you if you want to go ahead and use it and start playing around with it. There is no upfront cost. There is nothing that you have to do besides click on a few things, enter the name, add a few items here and there. If you got an avatar or whatnot, add it. It's totally up to you. Now, what Before we leave, I want to ask you just one thing. If you were able to create one bot for Gilded, what would it be? That's the question of the day. If you're asking Gilded, what bot would you want to be seen within Gilded? So go ahead, post it in the comments, also in the Twitter and stuff like that. And also be sure to visit our website at indiecreatorhub.com and join our community there. Getting started. There might not be enough people there or much at all, but would love to see you there, especially if you're a content creator, streamer, or anybody that's interested within, this space of the universe, of the creation of content. But anyways, enough rambling. I want to say thank you for coming by and enjoying the video. Do be sure to like and subscribe and, do all the things here on YouTube. And I'll see you on the next one. And enjoy creating your content.